Now then guys, what's going on? Yorkie here, and we're back for episode number 2 of this Leicester City career mode. And yes, we're going to kick off this episode by saying thank you to you guys. Unbelievable reaction to that first episode. And you know, when we lost the Spurs save and that was going to be gone, and that's done wonders for this channel. All you beautiful people have come in and started watching these series because of Spurs. I was extremely nervous to lose that, no fault of my own, and then have to start a new career mode and what the feedback would be, what the support would be on it, and just basically if most of you would just bugger off. But you absolutely smashed it. The comments killed it. So many comments on the episode, the likes, just the support in general. Thank you very much, guys. And there was so many comments to go through. There's so much feedback on players to sign. I am currently scouting them all. So we're going to go through them today. We're going to pick up some players as well. I'm looking forward to it. We should finish the entire month today. So the transfer window will be done and dusted. But remember, keep suggestions coming throughout the series. If you think, while the series is going on, oh, actually, this player would be good for the way Yorkie's playing, or maybe he should pick up this guy in the future, I'm all game for that. I'm happy to always have suggestions and have options on my shortlist of potential players in the future, because you never know when a big team's going to come in and take your star player. Also, forgot this in episode number 1, but if you're new around here, please smash that subscribe button. And if you are new around here and you're joining at this stage, welcome. Also, if you go on to enjoy the video, smash the like button. And with Football Manager around the corner, I'm going to be streaming a hell of a lot more over on Twitch. It's at Yorkiemann. All the links are down below as well to my Twitter. You will basically get notified there when videos go live, when I go live streaming as well, because I know that YouTube, sometimes notifications aren't great. So Twitter is definitely a good place for you to get notifications on what's going on. Now we're going to start just by taking on Wolves. There were some cool suggestions for what we should do with certain players, like Patson Daka being moved to the wing. I'm not sure yet, because I plan on giving Daka a lot of game time this year, especially after watching him smashing 4 goals last night. I plan on giving him quite a bit of game time, and he destroyed me in that Spurs series. Every time we played against him, he absolutely destroyed me. So I do plan on giving him a lot of game time up top. And at the moment, I plan on using Iheanacho as our backup cam. I'm not sure converting them at this moment in time to right wing is the right decision, but potentially down the line we could do that. Biggest issue at the moment is we don't really have any pace out wide, and hopefully that's going to be something that we change in this window. Like, Perez is okay, and Barnes is really good. He's going to be like that wide playmaker like we had with Brian Hill, but he's not rapid, he's not quick, and we don't really have that pace apart from potentially Justin and Pereira, who are overlapping. They have to overlap because I've got no pace in my wingers. Now, this is a very good Wolves side. Adama Traore, someone who we have added to the list. And by the looks of it, this is a very good team selection as well. This is a full-strength Wolves team we're going to be taking on. Not like the teams we were taking on in the early build. Golovin. I really wanted Golovin. But I've just thought he'd suit being next to Yuri Tielemans again. Only change I'm going to make here then is bringing Wesley Fofana, and then I'll just liven up this bench a bit. We got off to a great start at Wembley, didn't we? An absolutely unbelievable start in that penalty shootout. If you missed it, you've got to go back and watch it. It was absolute pure chaos. I hope you like the new thumbnail as well. We tried a bit of a different art style for this one, and I like it. I think it looks pretty sick. We'll see how it goes with the other series that we do on the channel, but for now, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm not McDonald's, am I? The groundsman has done a good job here in Leicester, and I'm hoping he sticks at doing a good job as well, because I'm sick of shoddy groundsmen in this bloody game. Let's hopefully get a win on opening day. I think Leicester did in real life. I think they won 1-0. Wolves, though, will be a tough task. Jamie Vardy hat-trick. I'm calling it now so that if it does happen, I look like a genius. And if it doesn't happen, I'll just edit this bit out of the video. Out wide to Barnes. He's a really good creative force, is Barnes. Hopefully we can get him in behind as much as possible. Questions on Ndidi, whether we keep him or whether he goes. Josie Perez, I was going to loft that one into Jamie Vardy. Connor Cody's there. Yeah, whether we keep him or not. And I like him, though. I really, really like him. That's not bad from Barnes, managing to cut inside, but Semedo's there to block it. But I do think if PSG come in, and they were rumoured heavily, I think, in the summer to sign him. I think they went with Idrissa Gana Gay instead, potentially. But I do think if PSG come in with big money, how do you turn it down? I did like the Kimpembe deal, but I'm not sure they'd bargain Kimpembe to give him to us. I'm not sure that would be something that they did. And I'm not sure Kimpembe would be, you know, over the moon with leaving PSG and joining a team in the Europa League. I'm also at a stage where I think the settings might be cool enough to go back up to 5 minutes. Because they were so high scoring the games, I had to cut the minutes down. James Justin there's done really well to try and get that one across, but to no avail getting that to Jamie Vardy. So yeah, we might be at a stage where we can up the minutes. I'm just Trying to find that balance, boys, and it's been harder than ever this year because I thought we were slowly getting there, and I was going to release a video on the sliders, and then the patch came out and changed absolutely everything about how the game felt, if I'm being honest with you. And then we ended up back at square root one. Jose Perez firing off the shot. I do like a long-range banger. I'd love to score one in this episode. Now, this is bad news for us, though. Adama Traore. Never, ever going to catch him down this side. So we'll just show him as wide as humanly possible and hope that he can't cross the football and overplays it here. And he might have done just that. Sionchu, well done. Here comes Raul Jimenez. Well defended, Sionchu. Well, go on then, Jamie. Let's have a party, son. That's a great ball over. I'm pretty sure he's onside. Jamie Vardy for 1-0. Oh, he doesn't miss them. He does not miss them. The keeper did not stand a chance. Am I doing it right? I can't. Oh, the camera's not zoomed out enough for me to do one of them. One day, we're going to do the robot. Is it the robot? The standstill robot with Mr. Jamie Vardy. Beautiful ball over the top by Harvey Barnes. As I said, I do think he'll be more like a wide playmaker for us. And that's a great goal from Vardy. I mean, I know in that position he can finish them. A lot of players probably wouldn't have hit that as sweetly. One thing to note from the first episode that I've changed slider-wise as well is actually our shot error's gone up a little bit now. I'm trying to make it so you just miss a little bit more, you know? I mean, user input is definitely different to the AI, but you shouldn't just score every shot on target, which hasn't been the case for me too much, but I'd like to see a few more scuff shots from players that aren't technically sound. We'll see if that works. Hoping it does do. Podence now coming down the wing. Oh, that's great play from Podence. And imagine if they got straight back into this. He's pulled me out of position. He's going to end up with the ball back. He fires it straight at Schmeichel. Jimenez did not look happy about that. Well, apart from the goal, it's been a bit of a defensive display from us. Semedo now coming down the wing. Podence. Well in, Justin. I'm still struggling for fouls. And someone did say drop it to world class. But we're really going to have to toy with sliders if we're going to drop it to world class to try and get more fouls in it. But I think what he said was the AI are just too precise. And he's probably right, to be honest with you. They're too precise with their tackling. And there's no rail slider to change how precise they are with their tackling. So trying to get more fouls in a game, just more tackles in general in a game, is probably going to be very tough. So we'll toy with the idea maybe if I can find a difficult slider set on world class, we're going with that scenario. Wolves have had absolutely nothing here today. We're happily 1-0 up. To be fair, we haven't done all apart from that Vardy goal. Well, there could Wolves start at half, and we saw Mr. Kevin De Bruyne score one of them. But we're about to see Raul Jimenez score one as well. That outball to Podence has been used quite a lot. And they're not using Neto again, Wolves, and I'm a big Neto fan. Maybe we have to pick him up in this save, or one of the saves we do this year, I want to use him. You know, I'm a huge Neto fan. Maybe when we do a foreign team, I could go in for him. Neves now. Don't know how long he'll be at Wolves for. Adama Traore. What a banger of a goal that is. Unbelievable volley that from Adama. Oh my God. He just couldn't have got more precise with it, could he really? I mean, I tried to block off the route for it, but still, top corner. I don't know what Schmeichel's trying to do, to be... Yeah. What is he trying to do? It's like he flings his other arm across. Okay, that's not how you save goals. That's been a bit of a stale game, but we find ourselves drawing here at the moment. Wolves aren't exactly a bad team to draw against. That's not a bad ball over. Barnes did really well. Barnes now, can he score it though? That's the question. Oh, he dragged it wide of the post. That was a big moment. Madison hasn't really been able to get into this game, so we're going to bring on Kelechi Iheanacho, a little bit more of an attacking threat. And a downward Lookman is going to come on the wing just because he's got a bit of pace, hasn't he? He's got good footwork as well. I think he's 4-star skill moves, so hopefully we can get something out of him. I just think that moment there for Barnes had to be a goal, didn't it? Some runners going. Jamie Vardy tries to slot that into Kelechi Iheanacho. Oh, it's Ndidi. And what a save that is from the keeper. Thought it was Iheanacho for a second. I'm loving that though, aren't I? Both sides having opportunities. Neither side taking them though. Oh, that's not good. Is that Jamie Vardy? I don't like that. I think Jamie Vardy's down on the ground. Get up, Jamie. Get up, Jamie. He's got up very gingerly there. Oh, this is not how this episode was supposed to go. Look at Wolves on the counter. I haven't had a chance to get Vardy off the pitch. I don't know if he's managed to run off his injury or not. I don't even know if running off your injury is a thing anymore on FIFA. Well, in Sionchu, we might be able to counter here. Barnes. This is going to have to be good. Harvey Barnes. We've got Kelechi. I've got Kelechi, have I? Ah, he couldn't get onto it. Well defended, Connor Cody. It's Justin now. Pokes that one over to Kelechi. Iheanacho, it's a difficult position, but he's bagged it near post. Can you believe it? I don't know what this celebration is. That was awful. But can you believe it? Kelechi, Iheanacho basically has just scored the winner near post. Jose Sal's been beaten, and he should not be getting beaten there, but we do not care. He just slots it in, doesn't he, near post, with the ball over the top, which I'm having a lot of success with at the moment. What a take that was. I don't know what happened behind the goal. I think he might have fallen over the camera, bumped into the cameraman or something. Doesn't matter, because Iheanacho's come on and had a huge impact there. We probably need to tweak the camera, although they need to get forward a little bit more. And instantly, full-time whistle. So that was practically the last kick of the game. Kelechi Iheanacho wins it for us. Fantastic news. Not so good news is Jamie Vardy finishes this match with a knock. And I'm extremely nervous now to get back to the emails and find out how long he's going to be injured for. Great opening day for us, isn't it? Last gasp, but how long is Jamie Vardy out for? Please don't tell me too long. Well, Brighton's already upset that he's not playing football and he's out for 4 weeks. Okay, sprained ankle, not the end of the world. We can kind of get over that. Already said I wanted to use Patterson Daka more. He's definitely going to be used more now. Keep getting loan offers for Iosi Perez as well, which is driving me insane. Big transfer bid for Harvey Barnes, but it's from Porto, and I think when it comes to Porto, we could probably back those kind of bids away. Pretty much all the scout reports are nearly back, but not quite all of them. So we've got this game first against West Ham. This is going to be our lineup, of course. Daka comes in. Jamie Vardy's out injured. Daka comes in. I do still see Kelechi as the cam position, potentially. We'll see. He did really well in that last game. Lookman coming in on the right because he can play there. And Timothy Castagne getting his first start at left back, because he can play there. Once again, FIFA, this lineup looks very good. You've got Antonio Vlasic in his correct position. Fornals, but like, this genuinely looks like a correct lineup. No one is out of position. Ooh, are we onto something here? FIFA fixed it. Forgot, didn't I? I forgot. Bloody bubbles are back. I absolutely forgot. Maybe we just quick sim the rest of the West Ham games in this series. Bloody hate those bubbles. Nonetheless, though, we need a win. We're going to get our first look today at Daka. He's been phased in slowly in real life, and that's exactly what I would have wanted to have done. Not really being given that option, though, today, are we? I know a load of people won't play this way, but when we get new signings, in my brain, we have to bed them into our system. And I know a lot of people be like, what do you mean, Yorkie? Just put him in. He's 80 whatever rated overall. That's just not how my brain works. Patterson Daka! Oh. That's just not how my brain works, because if it was real life, a player would 9 times out of 10 have to bed in. So I like to have that period where you do that, because I like to get as much realistic gameplay as I can out of it. Like I say, I treat this game as a bit of a sandbox for us to play in, and that's how I enjoy playing it. Oh, we won the ball back here in a very dangerous position. Go on, Patson. Look, man. Patson Daka, he messed up earlier. Patson Daka for his first goal for Leicester, and he's gone clean through. And we will take the lead here at the London Stadium. His first goal for the club as well. Big moment, that, innit, for Mr. Daka. He could be the superstar striker of the future for this team. Let's just bear that in mind. Jamie Vardy's getting on in age. Daka could easily come in and be the new hot thing, if that's what we call it. But he could be, couldn't he? I have to give him a better number next year as well. I don't like 29. I want him to have a better number. Oh, this is a good ball. And he gets it into Vlasic, who is a danger man. We will hold him up. Souček. Mikel Antonio fires off the shot. Grab that, Schmeichel. I have to be honest, we haven't really seen any of the football so far. It's been all West Ham, but we lead. So, I mean, what negatives can I have at the moment? We're in the lead. Can't really complain, and I feel like they're not marking Daka very well. And look, he's got in again there. Daka with his strength as well. He's still going for 2. Oh, what a save for Mariola. It was a good position. Maybe he should have done more with it. Daka's been able to be found clean through a couple of times now. I know he's just going to run in behind extremely successfully. So I'm going to watch for that run as often as humanly possible. What a goal that would have been. I didn't expect to get that ball in. Lookman to Daka, and West Ham are now under some pressure for the first time. We're causing West Ham some issues here, aren't we? And I'm loving it as Yuri Tielemans hits the crossbar. Oh my God, I cannot believe we've just hit the crossbar. Barnes now from distance. Oh, just over the bar. Well, they're making it too easy for us now. Go on then, Lookman. What a ball that is from Maddison. Lookman, we'll pull it back. Turn around the corner. Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. What footwork that was from Lookman, though, to be fair, to get himself in that position. And my big issue now is, I mean, we should be more than 1 up. And we're leaving West Ham the opportunity to still be in this game. It goes the half-time whistle, and I'm intrigued to see what West Ham do when they come back out. They dominated a lot of the possession in the early stages of the game, but we've had a lot of chances since then, and we should have scored. We've got to make these chances count. This is a good play here from Bowen. He's a danger man, isn't he? What great defending that is from Fofana. So calm, cool, and collected. Nearly gave it away there, though. So calm, cool, and collected. Beautiful stuff. He's going to be fantastic for us. I know I think he's got major injury in real life, hasn't he? But I think he'll be good for us from the word go. Addison there. Finds Castagna. Castagna's done really well to keep this in. Timothy Castagna whips it across. Patson Daka hits the side netting. He should have an hat-trick. I feel like the longer this remains 1-0, the more opportunity we're just giving West Ham to get back into this. We've been really dominant with the chances, but we're just not putting them away at the moment. And just as long as that carries on, we could be in trouble. Ricardo now, that's a great run from him. I'll use that runner Daka to fire off a shot, but it's straight into the arms of Areola. Double sub here for us. Didi's on a yellow card, so I just don't want to risk him, because if we got a red card at this stage, it'd really put us in the mire. And Mark Albrighton's going to get his first appearance under me. I'm a fan of him in real life, especially the year that they won the league. But in the game, and in terms of his attributes for us and the style of football we want to play this season, not so much. Thomas Souček now, what a great ball. He's hit the post. So unlucky. Well, West Ham are really banging on the door now, aren't they? Bowen manages to get that one across. And we just need to compose ourselves now. Get a little bit calmer with our decision-making. Albrighton there, they might play in. Daka. Daka's going to be forced wide, isn't he? I'll still fire off the shot across goal, and it's just past the post. Antonio's coming off. And Chris Wood, of all people. West Ham have signed Chris Wood. He's coming on. And he can be a danger, can't he, from one of these positions? So let's watch him and hope that he can't get onto it. Madison will just clear that there. Barnes now. He'll go out wide to Mr. Castagna. Castagna, good footwork from him. Plays it back inside to Barnes. Let's pull that one back. Yuri Tielemans can fire a shot off. Daka now. Oh, what a save. Both teams had their chances. They really did, but we're going to come away with a win here, and I think we're a bit lucky, to be honest. That Souček one that rattled the crossbar. But at the same time, we should have scored more. Areola was absolutely on form today. He had a banging game. Decent debut regardless, though, in it for Daka. You know, when you score on your debut, it's always a good one. Ricardo Pereira offer here. And again, I think with Benfica, we can get away with not selling, but, you know, you've got to start thinking if some of the bigger teams come in for those players. I don't know if I can keep hold. Here we go then, guys. We've practically scouted everyone in reason that you guys suggested. Now, I did mention before, didn't I? So we wouldn't use anyone that we used at Spurs again. Now, apart from Timber. Now, I was wrong in that statement. Because in reality, there were players that we didn't fully get to use. Neres, we didn't fully get to use. Tammy Abraham, we didn't fully get to use. I got like 14 games worth of him. Dusan Vlahovic, we didn't fully get to use. So within reason, they might be signed again across certain saves over this year. But you know what I mean. I didn't want to use players that we had particularly used a lot in that series. But there are players, because we didn't get to progress that save and use them in the long run, that we would potentially use again. So I've added Timber to the list already, as well as Butman, which actually both look fantastic and would definitely add some depth to that position. But we're fine at the moment at centre-back. I don't want to bring anyone else in until we move centre-backs out. And we're going to figure that out at least in this first half of the season. Now, we know we need a right winger. You guys smashed it, because there isn't just these right midfielders there. We've also got Ismail Assar. Now, Mahrez is someone who I'd love to bring back eventually, of course, part of that title-winning team, but we're probably not going to get him for a while because he's extremely expensive and probably wouldn't leave Man City at this stage. Anyway, Shaqiri's just moved to Lyon, although I think he'd be a great backup. We're not going to bring him in. David Brooks is actually someone I'd love to have. One, I'm a huge fan of him, and unfortunately, some terrible news from him in real life. I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery. And I've been a fan of him for a long time. He's had some injury problems, but he's shown glimpses of greatness, especially when they were in the Prem. He's going to be out of contract, so I think we're going to sign David Brooks straight away. I actually think he's a bit of a Leicester player as well. He's a young British player, and I think he suits us. I really do think he suits us, and he's going to cost us basically 10 million. He should improve as well. He's very talented on the ball. He's not going to be the only right winger we bring in, though. I do want to bring in one more. But we're going to bring in Brooks because, do you know what? I actually see Brooks as someone who could play our cam position and probably be one of the backup cams rather than the right winger. He's really good on the ball as well. He's a good dribbler of the football. you know, I'm just excited to have him. I have added a whole host of players. So we've got Braff here, Jonathan David, Timothy Weah, Liam Delap, and for Mr. Harrison, Ivan Toney, but we won't be going in for Ivan Toney here in season number 1, that's for sure. And Jonathan David, to be honest with you, probably is completely out of our price range at the moment. While we've got Daka, I don't think we bring one of these in. The plus side of David is he could easily play on one of the wings. Timothy Weah the same. I would probably play him on a wing or part of a strike. 2, we haven't set up a second formation yet for what we want to play. And you know, boys, I like a 2 up top. I like my 2 up top diamond, if we're being 100% honest, but I'm not sure if we'll use that or not yet. There's some great players here, though, like Anthony, Adama Traore, who a lot of people like, but I'm just not hugely sold on him. I want to be more sold on him, but I'm just not. And there was one player that was recommended a lot in the Spurs save that I really want to pick up. I'm a huge fan of him in real life. I think he came from the Spurs Academy. We did add a lot of players here, though. There's a lot of options for us moving forward, especially into the next season. But it is this man, Noni Madueke. I think I'm saying that right. Could be saying it completely wrong. Let me know in the comments. He can play up top as well as on the wing, but for me, he's our right winger of the future. He's 19. He's English. I love the idea of this signing because he'll come into the team, and I view Leicester a little bit as a selling side. Harry Maguire, Riyad Mahrez, and N'Golo Kante. This guy could come in 3 seasons, be an absolute beast, and then we move him on. And I love that. I think that is the perfect kind of signing to bring in here at Leicester. Those young, really talented players. We're going to go in for him now. He is going to cost a bit of cash, but not actually as much as Ismail Sarr. And although I don't think Noni is as physical, he's certainly as quick, if not quicker. So we're going to go for 25 million, which I think is a fair fee to pay PSV. They want 8% sell-on clause. Now, usually I'd get rid of this, but in real life, sell-on clause is huge for clubs, especially a team like PSV, so we will accept it. Now, I also have to think that there might potentially be more players leave yet. I am going to quick sim this Norwich game, and we're going to go with the full-strength side and see if the delegated contracts will come through. And hopefully we can get these 2 players signed, sealed, and delivered, and we do beat Norwich. 3 wins, 3 out of 3. Kelechi Iheanacho once again coming off the bench and winning us a game of football. He's certainly making a statement in my mind that we should be playing him. Potentially, we could always swap Maddison out to one of the wings. Now, I'm pretty sure the board wanted me to sign a veteran player as well. So I'm going to go and look for a veteran player and try and bring one in. We need a veteran. He's at Cagliari. He's a beast, and he has been a beast. He's had a great career. We're going to bring in Diego Golden. Now, I can't promise he's going to play much. He probably isn't going to play much at all. But just to fulfill that brand exposure and make sure that I do not get sacked, we're signing Diego Golden. This is definitely not a move that I would have made, but we need to. I can't afford to get sacked again for ridiculousness, so we will sign him. He does want a bit of cash, but he's 80 rated, so he's not a bad player. We can use him in cup games. We've got Europe coming as well, so there's a lot of games to come up, but I didn't want to sign anyone that was an offensive kind of player. I wanted a goalkeeper, to be honest, and I couldn't find one that was going to suit us at this stage. So, Diego Golden's in the club. Hopefully, that does fulfill that brand exposure. I also offered him a crucial contract, which I was told to offer him or else it doesn't count. And it hasn't counted. We've signed the one veteran player and it just hasn't counted. Like, genuinely, what is going on, EA? Can you please fix this? This is a severe problem that we have right now. It really is. Luckily for us, if we achieve the domestic success, we should be absolutely fine. But sign one veteran player. He's 35, boys. And it just hasn't happened for us. It's so infuriating that. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. I signed him, to important, like was suggested for it to register. There's no way he can't not be seen as a veteran player. He's 35 and it's not counted. Honestly, guys, I don't know what to do with the brand exposure. If anyone has any kind of contact with EA, if EA watch this, fix it. You're ruining saves. You're also kind of stunting my YouTube career here, man. You're absolutely stunting my YouTube career by messing up my saves. Hopefully, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We will achieve one of the brand exposure goals, and we should also achieve the priority one, which is just get Champions League football and semi-final of the FA Cup, which we should be able to do. Imagine getting sacked twice, but we will bring in Brooks here and Madueke. I'm going to absolutely train Brooks to be cam straight away. Only 2 weeks for Brooks to be a cam. I didn't expect it to be long. 9.7 million for Kasper Schmeichel. Never gonna happen. We won't sell him. He'll probably be here until the end of the series. I need to keep an eye on him though, see if he starts going down quite a bit, because I know aging players do. Even though Schmeichel should be fine at least for another, say, 4 seasons, yeah, I think he will start to go down a bit. We're closing into the end of the window here, and just no bids have come in, which is absolutely fine. We've noticed before that the market can be quite quiet, especially season number 1. It's definitely a lot quieter than it was last year. I just want to see if anyone spent a ton of money. Wow, Traore. That might be a Dama Traore actually going to West Ham there in the end. No, it's not. Jimenez and Neves, though, left Wolves, though. By the looks of it, late on in this window. I don't know if they stayed in England or not, but that's quite big business to see them move. Bamford signed for Brighton. I'm not happy about seeing that. Burnley made quite a bit of cash and don't seem to have made too many changes. Chelsea spending 80 million. That's interesting to see. Crystal Palace near enough breaking even. Everton doing exactly the same. And they signed Jonathan Okoni, who was someone that we was looking at as well as Zachariah. Leeds only spending 15 million, bringing in a whole host of players. We did spend 41 in the end and brought in 12. But I think that was good business from us. 100 million from Liverpool. I mean, the big one is Immobile, but they signed Xavi Simons as well, who's a player who I wouldn't have minded down the line. Man City, certainly looking for a striker. They've signed Ben Yedder and Roger. Unbelievable. Laporte did leave, though, for 84 million, which practically covered all the business they did. There wasn't too many crazy deals. Obviously, Newcastle don't have the takeover in FIFA. No one really doing too much business. Dyer, Clark and Davis left Tottenham. Klosterman coming in, so they did bring a centre-back in, just like ourselves did really in reality. Not too much business there for us, though, to look at. The Wolves one's a bit of a shocker. Jimenez and Neves. We'll see if we can find out where they went. Neves went to Borussia Dortmund, which is interesting to see. So Wolves instantly will be weaker now this season. Can we find out where Jimenez went? He went to Atletico Madrid for 35 million. So, I mean, they brought in the cash. It'll be interesting to see if they spend any of that in January. But with the window shut now, in the next episode, we could just crack on with the season and see how the new boys get on. We start with Man City next time, although Leicester did have that huge win against Man City not that long ago. We also then play them away in the Cup. So, double Man City. And Napoli as well. I mean, that is a bit of a tough month, to be honest with you. Man City twice, Napoli in the Europa League, which will certainly be the hardest team that we come up against in our group. There's Burnley and Brighton in the league, so we'll see how we get on in that one. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this one. I hope you're happy with the transfers we made. Also, in the first window, this close to the actual rail window shutting. I don't like to do too much business. It feels a little bit wrong, but I'm happy with the players we brought in. We held on to our main assets. Will that be the case in January? There's some players there that will get big bids that we will just quite simply have to let go and then reshape the team from there. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you're new around here, please smash that subscribe button as well as hitting the like button if you enjoyed the video. I will see you in episode number 3.